it's the bullpen.
It is.
And they got some work to do before the trade deadline. Second is it's the offensive output, the production. Let's face it, the bullpen is below average. The offense needs to score more runs. In the last 7 games, they scored 20 runs. That's the lowest production in their 7-game stretch this year. And it doesn't help that Carroll and Marte have been hurt. But when you can't score any runs, knowing that your bullpen sucks, or I shouldn't say sucks, it's below average.
That's fair.
And your offense is solo shots, a couple of 2-run homers.
Yep.
They're not guys getting on base like how they had all that success. So you have 8 straight games, and you can't get any runs across. That's a problem. And they need to get the offense going. And the part that really bugs me, and we'll talk a little bit more about it with our sounds of the week, is what's going on in the National League West with the Dodgers and the Giants, and to a point, the Padres. They're not winning either.
No, but the Padres have won 3 in a row.
They won 3 in a row, but before that, they've only won 4 of the last 10.
That's right.
So they have been struggling.
Yes.
So if the Diamondbacks could have been on a little streak,
yep,
they could be up more than a game and a half. They could be up 4 games.
I'm with you on that 100%. I thought about that this morning when we were putting the show together, and to be honest with you, I thought.
No, here's the deal.
Okay.
Today, because Manuch isn't here, you throw out all the honest stuff. Just you don't need to be honest. Just come with it.
I was going to say something too. He said we were putting the show together.
Yeah. What? I typed a couple things on it.
You typed 2 things.
Well, that's
D-backs are slumping.
Yeah.
That's all, and why. Then I filled in the entire rest.
Well, that's
you just come along for the ride.
Pretty much.
I know.
Yeah.
And Manuch, I don't know what he does, but anyway.
So when we were putting the show together,
honestly,
I thought about that, and you nailed it when you talked about the bullpen, and that has not just been recent. That has been an issue most of the season.
True.
Because they have given up, the bullpen has given up runs, but the D-backs have been able to come back in games and find a way to win. Now, that is not the case. And in last night's game, which I watched, I just found it interesting that the bullpen is doing okay, and then bang, one big hit changes everything. And then the triple into the gap, and the winning run scores. And this all takes place in the 9th inning. Look, baseball is really quirky. You know that. You worked it forever. And so they always say, well, it's a game of inches. Yes, it is. That home run to right field barely made it over the wall. The shot in the gap for the triple, probably a foot from the outfielder, outstretched glove trying to make a play on it. But that's what happens when you're playing Major League Baseball. Look, I understand perfectly about the bullpen, and to be honest with you, Rock, they have got to be buyers when we get to the trading deadline. They have to be.
Let me throw this at you. Going into yesterday, Wednesday, I did not know this. I didn't feel this. Watching this team, had no clue that this was the case, and I guarantee a lot of people would agree with this. I did not know this Diamondbacks bullpen has allowed the fewest hits in Major League Baseball since June 24th.
Okay. I did not know that stat either.
Okay, so you see that, and you're like, well, maybe this bullpen isn't as bad. And then when you're hearing Torey Lovello saying, okay, I'm confident with my bullpen, I'm pulling a guy out in the 6th inning. But here we are as fans, and we're seeing these explosions, and we're seeing 2-3 games where they're losing, and last week when they lost in the 9th as well.
Right.
You're saying to yourself, man, this bullpen blows. But if the bullpen is allowing the fewest hits in the league since June 24th, and that is going into yesterday's game, so obviously the numbers could change a little bit, but they've been pretty good. They've been good. If you look at that stat. Yeah.
But what that stat doesn't tell you is that if indeed they did give up the run, and let's say it was a 2-2 game and they made it 3-2, the opposition makes it 3-2, the Diamondbacks then come back and win that game 5-3.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Now what is happening is that the Diamondbacks have not been able to come back and win those games, which is why they're on this skid.
So they'll wrap up the 3-game series tonight at Chase. Nelson will be on there. That will make his final start of the first half of the year. He's 5-4 with a 4.67 ERA and 17 starts. So Diamondbacks tonight at Chase Field.